I'm Amanda.
I'm Ron.
And we're going hiking on Skyline Drive. So in one of our previous videos, we drove through Skyline Drive, and we're back up here again driving, and we're gonna stop this time and do some hikes. So our first hike that we're gonna, or our first stop point, because if you know anything about these hikes, is that there's one point that starts and a whole bunch of trails around it. So click on the map that we've linked here. I will put a picture up of it right here, and go check it out. There are bathrooms listed on the map at a lot of the facilities. There are a ton of trails out here, and most of them are really short and really easy. So let's go. We're stopping at Stonewall Overlook. Yes. That's what it's called, for stop number 1, and see how many hikes we can find, how many trails we can find. That's right.
All right, so we're at the Stonewall Overlook. We're gonna figure out where we want to go hike. So they've got a detailed map. This is the same one that we showed you on the video, that you can download an app for it, Avenza Maps. So, but we are here at the Stonewall Overlook, and there's a whole set of trails out in this area. So we're gonna go out and find a couple of those to walk on. So, as you can see here, 5 a.m. to 10, use only when dry, no motorized vehicles. You can bring pets though, so that's good, and you can mountain bike. So we're gonna go out there. There are mile markers, and so the best thing to do is to figure out where you want, which trails you want to hit, so you know where to make the right turns. We're gonna do a hike that's gonna put us a little bit on all of the trails back in this area this morning, and give us a kind of an idea of what the area is like.
So first we're starting on part of the Skyline Trail, which is the longest trail out here.
Yeah. All right, so we've come to our first turn here. So this is mile marker 406 on the Skyline, and so now this is the ribbon that we're starting on?
No, it's a little spur trail.
Oh, okay.
There are a few little connector trails that don't have a name, but you definitely need the map, because there are no signs that tell you what these trails are.
So we're taking a little connector spur that's going to take us down to a trail called the Ribbon. And as you can see, for this area, once you get off of the Skyline Trail, they become, I think they're marked as black diamonds, so they are challenging trails. All right, so it's quick moving in here because these are short trails, but this is mile marker 412, or marker 412, and so we're going to take a right onto this and head down to the Ribbon and find our next trail we're going to connect into. All right, so we've come to marker 416, so
we're going on to the Noodle Trail.
All right, so but which one is that?
Straight.
Okay, straight, because we could sweep back here, and this is part of the Ribbon, right?
Yeah, we're at the very tip edge of the Ribbon.
So now, but we're going to do this, or I'll hit the Noodle. So the Avenza or Avenza app, it actually tracks you as you're moving, which is good, because you need it out here, because there are so many little connectors, because it's just a densely populated with trails out here. And I mean, you could just get twisted and turn, not in a way you're going to get lost. I mean, you can see up the hill exactly where you need to go to get out of here, but if you're trying to do a specific trail, you definitely need that app to know if you're going left or right at all the many junctions that you run into. So much like driving Skyline Drive, you get a beautiful view of the western side of Rapid City, looking here and looking out into the Black Hills. So, and it's upper 70s today, but it is probably 10 degrees cooler where we're standing, just due to shade and due to the breeze. So very nice place to come, kind of in any weather.
And there's always a breeze.
Always a breeze in South Dakota. So to just show how tightly packed the trails are back in here, that's the trail we walked out on and looped around. So I mean, the trails are right on top of each other out here. But it's cool. Be able to come out and just do short little hikes with good views. It's rated as difficult, but if you're someone who hikes regularly, I wouldn't rate it as that at all. I mean, there is some elevation change, and you're on the side of a hill, but the trails are well maintained, and not overly difficult. All right, so we have come up to another marker. We're still on the Noodle, but we're about to get onto the West Loop. And which way we're going?
We're gonna keep going to the right.
Okay.
We're just gonna be on the West Loop for just a second, and it'll connect back into the Noodle.
Right. All right, so here, you're talking about 418 or something different?
Yeah, 418.
Okay, so it's up there.
Oh no, this one should have been 420. It's just not here.
Oh.
You know, somebody
I
stole
was
it
gonna say-
because it's called 420.
Yeah, so obviously, because there was a mile marker or a marker 420.
Yeah, look, it was right there in the ground, I bet.
Yeah, so we know what happened to that. All right, so
We're gonna go left.
very short jaunt on the West Loop, and then we're back to the Noodle, which is gonna take us back around to the Ribbon.
Yep.
And then back up to the parking lot. So now we're getting back onto the Ribbon. Is that correct?
No, we've been on the Ribbon.
Oh,
We're taking the spur back
Oh.
to Skyline.
we're back on Skyline, or the spur over to Skyline. Very confusing out here, but a
Unless
nice
you have a
hike.
map.
Do what?
Unless you have a map.
Unless you got the map. So back up to the main Skyline Trail, and you can see the restroom and building up there. So we're heading back up to finish up the hike.
So we did all of those hikes that we told you about as we were walking, and the total was still like right at 1 mile or a little less than 1 mile.
Your face is still red though.
I know. Well, it's hot. I have to wear long sleeves today, and it's hot, so that's the problem with me.
So nice little hike. Lots of things to do, and I think you could pretty much kill a day. You know, just hanging out in this whole area. This is the Stonewall Overlook area of the Skyline Wilderness area. So there are other areas within this, but a Winza map will really help you figure out where you want to hike in here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye, guys.